That was exhausting. What is up, you guys? Welcome to The Collective. My name is Furman, and in this video we have kind of a different topic to talk about. We're not necessarily talking about video games this time. We are talking about shopping. But not just shopping, you know, the way the world wants us to shop, why we hate it, and all the different situations that I've been put in that makes me want to just not ever have to do this ever again, if you know what I mean. But before we get started, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. Alright guys, so I have been having quite possibly the worst situations ever when it comes to shopping, and I know you guys are probably going through the same exact thing that I'm going through, but it is just so incredibly frustrating. So let's start off by just saying that I would much rather support locally owned businesses, you know, over the chains and all that kind of stuff. But you know, the fact of the matter is, since I live in Alaska, those tend to be crazy expensive. So you know, we're paying for their shipping, we're paying for everything. So, you know, there are some places like Fred Meyer's, or I guess what they call Kroger, down in the lower 48s. And then there's Cars, which is Safeway for you guys. And, you know, like, not just them, but also like Target, Costco, all of these like stores, Walmart, they're just a nightmare to shop in. They are just a nightmare, and it is just incredibly frustrating. Because I hate having to shop online unless it's something that I need to get, and this is the only way I can get it. I will try to get it locally first. If that's not possible, then I guess I'll go online. But honestly, it kind of just feels like they're pushing us all that direction. Like they're wanting us to be online shoppers, and that's all they care about really. And you know, they're kind of being really successful at it too, if we're being honest. Take Best Buy, for example. So Best Buy is the reason, they are the genesis of why this video is being made. And before I even tell the story, I am not mad at the workers. I am not mad at the employees. They are just there to collect a paycheck, okay? They are working there because they want to earn money so that they can do the things that they're able to do. And you know, quite frankly, they're not making enough there. So I don't know what to say about that, but hey. Yeah, so a few months ago, I ended up buying the ROG Ally X, which is right here. I bought it through Best Buy, and I bought it like late July. I bought it when they had it in stock, and somehow within a day or so, it ended up not being in stock anymore. So they basically sold out of it, and I ended up having to wait 3 weeks in order for me to get this thing. And every time I would do the customer support, you know, like the messaging where they look into your order and see where it's at, every single time they would give me the runaround. They would tell me, yes, I'm sorry for the delay, how's your day going, it's going to be here soon, shortly, we're going to get it to you as soon as we possibly can. But typically that ended up not being the case. And 3 weeks later, I mean, there goes all hope of being able to put out a review fast enough to compete with, you know, the rest of YouTube. Not like, you know, I'm doing it to compete, but you know, it's also good to have things out in a timely manner. And you know, right around the time where it releases, which was the day that I bought it, right when it released, is preferably the time where you want to do it, because that's when everyone's talking about it, and that's when most people are looking it up on YouTube. So huge disadvantage there. and it just super sucked. Like, they just kept telling me the same thing over and over again. They didn't give me any more information. They didn't give me any new information. And at that point, it was like they were pretty much just lying to me. So they were just telling me the same answer. It's sold out, blah blah blah, like, we're gonna ship it to you as fast as we can. And it was just a pain. And their answer to it was, hey, just cancel the order and just buy it again and then have it shipped to your house. And I didn't want to have to do that, because I didn't want to have to mess with, the pay, how I structured it. I got like one of those leasing deals or whatever, where if you pay it off in 3 months, you'll be able to just pay it off for what it's worth. That's what I was going for. And yeah, that was a nightmare. That was a nightmare, and they were not helpful at all. And then the same thing happened again, but almost worse. I bought a copy of Yars Rising as soon as I got back from PAX West. So, the first week of September. And the game was coming out, I believe, September 8 or September 10 or 11. So I wanted to buy a copy of it because I said I was going to review it. I talked to the guy the guy that produced the game in PAX West, and I was going to review the game. And yeah, the same exact thing happened. I bought it. They said they had it in stock. And then something happened there where it wasn't in stock for some reason, or they ended up not even receiving it. So they made me wait 2 weeks. They gave me the runaround, and they didn't give me information. They didn't do anything that could possibly help or mitigate this situation. And then after 2 weeks, they decided to cancel my order, which is kind of blowing my mind, really. At that point, I was just like, you know what? I am never, as long as I possibly can. If it's not something that is there, or something that the only place to buy it at is Best Buy, I will not buy anything from them ever again. And the same thing happened last week too. I just happened to be in the mall, and I was like, hey, I'm killing some time. Let me stop by Best Buy. Let me give them another shot. It's been 2 or 3 weeks since the last incident that just happened. Let me give them a shot. I go in there, and the greeter's like, hey, let me know if I can help you find something. And I'm like, I'm doing the Parks and Rec meme, I know more than you. That I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm good, I'll find it. And I wander over to the Switch section, which, by the way, the reason why I went there was to look for the Blu-rays. I always like going over there and seeing what Blu-rays they have, and if there's anything that might interest me, and I might actually want to buy it. So I went over there. No movies at all over there. So I think they're just kind of done selling movies, which is kind of insane. So I go over by the Switch section, and they have everything locked up in cases. No big deal. So naturally, nobody's around there. No employees are there. There's like 5 employees, and I don't know what the heck they're doing. And they're nowhere near there. So I go back to the greeter, and I'm like, hey, I want to get a Switch game out of the case. Can you help me out? He's like, sure, let me call somebody and get them to you. 5 or 10 minutes later, I've been waiting at the case for 5 or 10 minutes. And they come, they open it up, and they're like, hey, what game do you want? I grab the game. It was a NIS game, so NIS. So, I had to get it. $20, not bad. I don't even remember what it's called, honestly. Yeah. But yeah, they're like, hey, we're going to walk up the game to the register. And I'm like, yeah, sure, no big deal. The register, there's 2 registers there. And they got one line, and it's like 8 people standing there. So I'm like, Jesus, like, this is going to take forever. Super annoying. So I end up having to wait for like 15 minutes. The greeter guy jumps on a register, and I'm thinking, oh, we're going to start moving really a lot faster now. That doesn't happen, because they are asking you like 40 million questions over and over again. The same stupid nonsense. Just a nightmare. So I finally get to the check stand. I'm about to pay for this freaking $20 game and a Hershey's cookies and cream bar. I got a little peckish, I guess. And the dude starts helping me. He's like, hey, I want to put in your phone number. Yes, I put my phone number in. Is the information correct? Yes, the information is correct. Do you want to donate some money? No, thank you. Do you want to round it up so that we don't have to give you change? And I'm like, dude, you're supposed to be giving me back like 75 cents, so no. And he just keeps asking me all these stupid questions. You want to apply for the credit card? You're a part of the Geek Squad membership. And I'm just like, dude, like, get me out of here. Like, please. You are driving me crazy. So at that point, I'm done. I'm finally checking out. And I'm just like, I am just done. I am just done. And if this was an isolated incident, if this was one time that it happened, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But it feels like every time we go shopping, something like this happens. Every single time. Every single store that I mentioned to you, except for Costco. Costco is annoying because the times that I go shopping is basically when the whole city of Anchorage goes shopping. And there is just massive amounts of lines and people. So that's a little different. It's just it's just the fact that there's a lot of people there. But they have all of their check stands open for the most part, and even the self-checkout, and they're trying to get people in and out as fast as possible. So Costco is exempt from this thing. But all the other ones, Target, Safeway, Cars, Fred Meyers, Kroger, unbelievable. I mean, they piss me off so much, it makes me want to just die. You go in there and you go to check out, and they have 20 check stands, and only 2 of them are open. You have the self-checkout, and apparently the self-checkout is only for card only. This is only what I've seen in Target. So Cars and Fred Meyers or Kroger and Safeway, they don't have that issue. Their issue is mostly their self-checkouts just don't work. So super dumb, super annoying. But you go to Target, self-checkout is only card only. And then they don't tell you that. They don't place anything on the self-checkouts that tell you these things. You just find out when you go to pay after you've scanned everything. So that's incredibly dumb. And what happens if you don't want to go to the self-checkout? Where you have 2 check stands open, and then you literally have to wait because there's like 40 people in line. And they can't just be, the people that have 1 or 2 items. It's got to be the full basket. And it's just a nightmare. It's hard to find people. People don't want to work. People don't want to do anything. And I understand it. Like, I wouldn't want to work for a lot of these companies too because of the way that these things are situated. But it is just incredibly frustrating. Like, one of the biggest things, I used to work for Cars, Safeway. And one of the biggest things used to be, back then in 2008, customer service and speedy checkouts. That was the biggest thing. So they were going to get you the best service ever, and they were going to get you out of there as fast as possible. And they don't give a crap about that anymore. And, obviously I talk to the employees, I'm in there enough to where, we form relationships with these people. And they tell me their perspective, and they just feel like they're just not being helped. Like, they have no support. And I feel bad for them because, I get frustrated about these things, but I have a YouTube channel and I get to scream at a camera for 15-20 minutes and talk to you guys about it so I can hear your perspective on it. But most of these people don't have that. They don't have an outlet. They just kind of have to deal with it, and it sucks. It's all of these greedy corporations making themselves richer and giving us less. They're asking for more out of us. So they're taking more money. Things are getting way more expensive, and we're getting way less. Horrible customer service, horrible experiences. And then, you have Amazon there just chilling. They get you your stuff, for the most part, always on time. Heck, you get most of your stuff from there already. You're buying stuff from them. I don't like the idea of making Jeff Bezos more richer than he already is. He has too much money as it is. But at the same time, I sit on my couch, I click a couple times, and my order is received, and it gets here when it says it's supposed to get here. For the most part, 100 orders, and you probably get like 5 of them wrong. That's a pretty good track record. I just hate having to do that. I like being able to just go to a store and buy things locally and not feel like I'm getting ripped off, not feel like I'm getting gypped. Like, one of my favorite stores is PacSun. You know, I love their skinny jeans. They have pretty quality clothes, I guess, from my experience. I like their stuff. I think their stuff is pretty good. But you go in there and you're spending $60 to $70 for one pair of jeans. If you want two, it's like, if you get lucky and it's on sale, it's like two for $110 or $120. But you go on PacSun's website itself and you can buy yourself 4 or 5 pairs of jeans for $100. Now you tell me how that makes sense. Is shipping really that much to the point where just because they're in a mall or just because they're locally here, they gotta up the prices that bad, and people are buying their stuff? They're still in business. How does this seem fair? It sucks. Everything is just pushing us towards, you know, buying online from these warehouses that are unmanned. And I understand the benefits to that. You know, I understand that the theft when it comes to these things is extremely low, if not almost zero, because, you know, they have warehouses and they have cameras, and really, I mean, how many employees are going to risk stealing from these places? Like, it probably doesn't happen very often. So yeah, it's just frustrating. It's just frustrating, and I'm sick and tired of it. Honestly, I'm pretty sure we're all kind of fatigued and just tired of this whole nonsense too. I'm pretty sure you guys are tired of it also. So let me know in the comment section. I want to hear your stories. I want to hear what you guys have been through. I want to hear all of the traumatizing nonsense that these stupid corporations have put us through. I want to hear it. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. And you know, if you guys agree with me, let me know in the comment section. If you don't, let me know in the comment section. Alright, we will see you guys on the next video. Peace! I hope I didn't do too much with the Jack Skellington mask. That intro was wild, I'm not gonna lie. But I had to do it. I mean, I bought the mask. I'm like $16 on this thing. It's worth it, but you know, I had to use it. I had to use it. Well, that's all I got to say.